Alright, so we'll start this here. Welcome to the full run in review. This is the third time I am doing this audio, and I don't know how to hide my mouse. We'll just keep it up there. It's the third time I'm doing this audio, because the first time, there was a point, so I was just doing the audio recording, but I was watching my, like, not my raw footage, but like the edited footage on the software, and just watching it like that. But there was a point or two where it just didn't, it just stopped. So then my audio ran longer than the video, because it didn't stop in the edited stuff, it just stopped because my computer's a piece of shit. Alright, I did that a couple times, but then when I tried to edit it out of me just talking crap because it stopped, it still didn't line up. Like, I lined up at one point, and then 2 seconds later it was out of sync again, and I don't know why. Then the second time I tried to record this audio, I was yawning way too much. This recording will 100% date how far behind I am with everything. So, yeah, because I've started Crystal. I've started Emerald. By the way, this is all the rules and stuff in the background. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's in the description as well. I talk about it in the videos. It's not a terrible concept to grab. Yeah, so this is the full run. I've started Emerald already. Be completely blank, transparent with you. This will include just the gyms, really, just the gyms and major battles, pretty much. Major battles are slowed down to normal time. This looks like this because this was the catch-up episode when I lost to Whitney. I'm probably gonna just after editing this and watching this how many times I have now, which is a few times, I 100% am gonna do this different when I go to do the same thing with Emerald, because at this point I 100% will have a running review, because the run is actually quite interesting. As in, it's more exciting than this one was, I feel, because this one wasn't too bad. Like, only losing to Whitney because I overthought it. And went in with a plan and then lost, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, the start of the game is pretty simple. I chose Totodile because it was based off my trainer ID, just to give a bit more, I guess, kind of like randomness to the thing. So this is what I caught. This is how I'm doing it. Like, I'm just gonna show you what I caught, because none of it was too crazy. Yeah, I feel like, thinking now, whilst I'm talking about this again, I feel like there's one of I'm missing, like, a Pokemon or something like that in there. I feel like I am. But whatever. So anyway, yeah, just running through with Geodude and Pidgey, trying not to overlevel. It's surprisingly easy to not overlevel, I feel, if you've planned for it, which is pretty much how you should play Nuzlocke, is by planning. So the start of the game's not too bad. We're about to fight Faulkner. I don't have a script for this either. I'm just talking as it goes. So just talk out my ass like every other video, because it's just pure unedited fun. So this is still a little faster than what the rest of the battles will be, because I had sped up the video entirely. This is actually still a lot faster than I thought. Did I not? I thought I slowed this down. But anyway, nothing crazy happens. I went to the Geodude was out first. It just tackled Pidgey till it was dead. I bring in Gay to just sand attack the Pidgeotto before I go back into Geodude. Just because Geodude's got higher defense, so he should be able to take it, and then all these mud slaps are missing, so I feel like it wasn't the worst plan in the world. And boom. So yeah, and then this will just cut straight to Bugsy, I feel. Yeah, receive the badge. Yeah. Rattata, Zubat, Paris. So yeah, this is it. So I also caught this Spearow. I didn't write it here, but I caught this Spearow in the route next to, like just after Union Cave and before Azalea Town. That's where I caught it. And this thing was pretty good for this fight. Like, and I was lucky because I got this on the first run as well. Because I think first run I had to shoot Chikorita because of the trainer ID, and that's what I was running through. And then this time I got Totodile. But to get Spearow twice was pretty cool. And then the Geodude is pretty easy now. There's like 2 spots you can get a Geodude before here. And previously, so I'd been thinking about doing these Nuzlocke for a while. And mainly because of Crystal, because I was like, there's so many traded Pokemon in Crystal, and they're all pretty good. And with that kind of experience curve, it should be fine, like with the traded experience. It should be fine to like run through the game with just traded Pokemon. But I got Rocky in the first run, but man, Onyx kind of sucked. Like, he didn't really learn any good moves. Geodude outclassed him, like, in attack. A little bit less defense, but he had better moves, which is this one here. I don't think Onyx got Rock Throw. And boom, game over. Like, Geodude just took out the bugs quite easy. Especially Decisive. Like, I remember when I played this as a kid. All this rough, yeah, Bugsy, that Scyther was a pain in the butt because of the thing. So yeah, so we got a Geodude, Ghastly. So this one here, in the first run, was much harder. Because other than Geodude, which I don't think was very leveled up, and I think he got kind of screwed over by the Ghastly, I didn't have a great counter for his Quilava. Because I had the thing. And then all that as well. Yeah, so I traded the Abra for Machop. So this is where I had begun. Machop is really good here. You don't get another fighting type before this. But I wanted an Abra in the previous route, but I got Jigglypuff, and I wanted something else in the next route. I wanted like a Nidoran or something in the next route. I lost some Flora or Sunkern in the park as well. It's actually going a little faster than I can talk, but just kind of keep up with everything. And that's the team on the right. It's the whole. Now we're back to the layout. This is back when the run starts. I caught back up to Whitney, and now you get to see the very shoddy layout. What is wrong with me? I'm better than this. I might make a bit of a gap. There might be a bit of a gap after this video releases, before Emerald comes out, just so I can tidy things up a little and make it look just a little bit neater. I feel like this is a bit choppy even for me. Like, I am working and stuff. Like, you'll find out in the Emerald run, but just to show you that how fucking dated it is, I started like a new job and stuff like that, and it's very, very. And now it's slowed down. Yeah, it's very, very labor. It's very, very physical. Then I can still go to the gym and stuff like that and try and do my best at there and try and pump out some good numbers and that. Like, I still had a really good chest day yesterday, and I did pretty well on legs today, despite the fact that I'm working like 8 hours in the sun. And like, I'm tired. Like, I am absolutely like, it's only 7 o'clock and I could go to sleep, but I don't really want to go to sleep so early because I know I'll wake up early. But anyway, so Whitney, the previous time was Whitney. I used Bayleaf. I had Bayleaf out first. I had Machop out second, as in the list. And my whole thing was take out the Clefairy with Bayleaf, which was easy. It was like 2 shots with Razor Leaf, I think. And then when the Miltank comes out, use Reflect, use Poison Powder, and go from there. Stun Spore would have been better, but I think I only had Poison Powder at the time. But I just thought, screw it, Reflect to knock down the thing, to knock down Rollout's Rollout's attack, which is where I was struggling, and then it ends up, and then like Poison Powder for extra damage and stuff. This fight was easy. This fight was ridiculous, ridiculously easy, as it always is. This is the only second rival fight which isn't a giant pain in the ass. I feel like every other second rival fight is kind of hard. But this rival was a bit of a bitch. And that's the team off to the right. Still doing pretty well. And I feel like the team's coming together quite. So I had like a runaround team. And then I had teams which I'd build for the gyms and stuff, which you'll see that they'll change as the kind of game goes on. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's all. That's all. I will say, friendship evolution can suck my ass because I tried to raise that to level up that Golbat before this fight and get a Crobat, and I was running around everywhere and all that kind of stuff, and slowly leveling it up. So it just kind of kept going, like getting used more and more and more, and it didn't. It's like level 20. It'd be level 25 now, I think. So my whole goal with the thing with the gyms is that I have a Pokemon out front, and like how the team is set from start to finish, that's how it stays. I can't change it around or anything. If a Pokemon faints, too bad, I can't change. I've started the thing, I can go back and heal once. I can go back and heal once in a gym challenge. So the whole idea is to get most of the team to the cap, if not all, the whole team, except for the first one, which I will get to a couple levels below the cap, because normally you gain about a level or two in most gyms. Even in like Emerald at the moment, it's kind of proving true. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, because then I get the Graveler and stuff, and everything's pretty chill. My editing job is terrible with those badges, fuck. Jeez, anyway, and Morty's not too bad. Like, its Graveler is slow, but I've given it Quick Claw. Which is pretty good. I feel like Quick Claw activated a fair bit in this run. It'd be hard to really pinpoint when and where, because I'm not too good at knowing base stats and like IVs and stuff, which in this game it's DVs, not IVs. So it's not too, like, I guess your Pokemon can just get really overpowered really quick. But not to say that I didn't struggle with points, but at the same time, like, this run was pretty fucking easy. In all honesty, like, my biggest worry in this fight was, one, I didn't have anything to heal because I'm not using items in battle, so I didn't have any hold items to heal Hypnosis. So that's my one fear. And my second fear was just Gengar as a whole. I was worried about Hypnosis, Dream Eater, and the Shadow Ball, and then this happens. And it's just ridiculous. Like, that's absolutely insane. I just swear, like, I don't know if it's because I'm grinding to the right levels. I don't know if because I'm thinking a bit more and actually team building, so I can't actually have holes in my team when I go into a specific gym. But I remember just being a kid playing Crystal. I played Crystal a bunch. Like, I played it so often and so many times. Like, when I got it, I think it was Christmas. I got it for Christmas. And I got it taken off me at night after a certain point because I'd just be up playing it so much. Like, I want to say that I completed that Pokedex for Crystal pretty quickly, especially after the Elite Four was beaten. Like, I destroyed that game. But I remember struggling with it more, even on like subsequent playthroughs. Like, I found that I was having this trouble of, I didn't want to catch Gyarados here, by the way. Gyarados is banned. Oh, here's some cool stuff. Here's some cool stuff that actually made me poop myself. Was this? So I ended up going in with a Pidgeotto, but I wanted to go in with that there. Oof, that was close. But I wanted to go in with Fearow, but I accidentally, in just my haste of leveling and stuff, I got Fearow to 30, which meant that he wasn't going to not level up in the gym, and when they over level, I'm just boxing him, and I didn't want to be one out. Yeah, I thought this was really weird, because I find that, yeah, I screwed up here. I didn't realize that strength was the thing. He's not part of the team. This happened, like, twice, I think. I had to get through Claire's gym with this as well. Yeah, it's just kind of like, yeah, and I'll explain some other stuff later, but when it happens, and we can just go through that. But I will pause when I need to, because it's actually going faster than I thought. And the first time I did this audio, I did not have as much to say. I probably wasn't really talking through the gyms as much, because this isn't too much. But I overleveled the Fearow. It was definitely going to grow a level. And by my rules, if I overleveled in the gym, I'd have to box it and then only run through with just Golbat then. But then he was also at level 30. Yeah, this also makes me use items a bit more as well, so then I actually have to, like, not just spend money on Pokeballs, but I can also I have to spend money on healing items too to make it through like the routes and stuff like that. Because I'm trying to use, especially in Emerald at the moment, I'm trying to use. I was probably responding to a text there. I'm trying to use like the pokecenter as little as possible. It's not a rule I've put in the actual things, but yeah. And so this one here I was kind of terrified of just because of like Pidgeotto is pretty frail. Most bird types are. Like I think probably the strongest one we've got at the moment across all games would be Corviknight, just because it's part steel. I wasn't too scared of the Primeape. Like he's pretty. I don't know. Like so, this is the thing, right? So the movesets here kind of suck. His Poliwrath having Dynamic Punch is cool because that's his signature move. He gives it to the TM, but the Machokes before having Rock Slide really threw me off because I don't feel like any of the teams in this game are terribly diverse. Like none of the moves, sorry, are terribly diverse. Like they just have what they have. Like Gengar had Hypnosis and Dream Eater and Shadow Ball, which is standard. Miltank had Rollout and Stomp. Like you can get those, but you have to teach Rock Slide to Machoke. You have to, and they gave Machoke. I guess it's because they knew you'd probably take in flying types. But it's just this one little weird kind of thing, because I don't feel like there's anywhere else in the game where this happens, where you can't. Like, I mean, Kingdra would probably be the next one because it has Surf. Like, it doesn't naturally learn Surf, it doesn't naturally learn Dragon Breath, I don't think. Oh, it probably does. It probably does actually learn Dragon Breath because he's a dragon. It doesn't learn Surf. And yeah, so Chuck was easy. I was worried about Dynamic Punch, but I just sand attack the way through. I think this is the last time you'll see Auto. Yeah, and that's the Pidgeotto. So that Pidgeotto there with the Pidgeotto I used at Cianwood. And we got Stantler. I was really excited to use Stantler. I liked having him in the team and just running through the fights with him. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it. But, yeah, I'm really sunburnt. I got sunburnt at work, and so every time I shower, I'm just losing more and more skin off my head. It's really gross. I hate it. So this gym wasn't too bad either. Like the level curve in this game is really, really weird. Because, like, so, because this is the thing. It's like, this is an ice type gym, all right, and his cap is 31, but he's the 7th gym. Like his highest level is 31, and he's the 7th gym, all right. If he had leveled up a bit, he could probably beat Claire and become the 8th gym if that's how it works. Like I don't see why an ice type gym would be above a dragon type gym, because ice beats dragon is pretty simple, pretty standard. But not only that, but I don't know if it's because Jasmine just has no one in her gym, and that's why she's the 6th gym, or it's because she's new. But if she was new, why wouldn't she be the 1st gym? Why wouldn't we be fighting? But then you wouldn't have a Steelix at level 10. It'd be very hard to fight steel types that early on. But you know what I mean? And so, but her highest is level 35. And it really throws off the training, because especially with this Nuzlocke where you can't overlevel it, where I can't overlevel the next gym. It means I had to do it off, not off kilter, but off track. Like I had to go off and fight Price before I go off and fight Jasmine, which is really weird. And then yeah, just this fight wasn't too bad. It really gets you, I guess, learning the like how Pokemon are more special defensive over defensive, and you'll find that even like super effective moves just don't have the same effect on certain Pokemon because their defense or their special defense is just so high, which I guess is more relevant when their special split comes in. So yeah, I really wasn't too fussed about this. Like, so Hypnosis doesn't have that high accuracy. I think I used Hypnosis a total of 4 times in this entire run, like from start to finish. And I only miss it once, I'm pretty sure. And I think this is where I'm talking about. I guess it was a critical hit, so it doesn't really matter. But I feel like Surf on Feraligatr probably would have done more. Like, in all honesty. And yeah, you'll see that a lot, especially in Emerald, I find, which doesn't have a special split, but it's Watson's Magneton really, which does it. Like, his defense is just so high, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Then we get the Jasmine fight, and she's not too bad either. Like, 3 Pokemon, a Magnemite, like, these should be Magnetons. They really should be. They really should be Magneton. Like, it's so far in the game. I don't understand. Like, this is this 6th gym, but you can have a chance at defeating her even earlier. And I guess that's why they're Magnemites and not Magnetons. I have the same problem in Kanto as well when we get there, which you won't see because it was just in an episode. Because I was fighting some dude that I got caught up on. I think it was a mandatory fight on the way to the power plant. And he had like 3 Magnemites that were like 36 or 40 or something like that. Like, they were decently leveled, not terribly well leveled. Like, Kanto's just screwed entirely because just I don't know why Kanto sucks. And so here we go. I go for the hypnosis because I'm going to swap into something. That's the hypnosis that I miss, and this is a crit of all things, but I don't think I was going to survive it anyway. So this is our first like major loss of this run, which is very upsetting because I haven't used a Stantler in a run, like, and got to the Elite Four with one ever. And here is where we were talking about, or where I was talking about physical and special moves. Like, yes, it's super effective, but it does 2/3 of nothing. Like, even Karate Chop does nothing. Like, even with a crit, that wouldn't have killed. Ugh. And that is a bunch of damage. Like, so yeah, because I also, so back on the thing. So this is just the Jasmine fight. It's not too bad. I lost Stantler. It sucks, but at the same time, I'm still pretty stoked with the team that we had at the Elite Four, which you'll see, because I got really lucky. And I'll explain that later because I don't want to ruin too much in case this is the only one that you're watching. Because I talk a lot of crap throughout the videos, but it's normally me just talking about what I'm going to do next, or what I'm hoping for, or what I would like to get, and how I want to do things. Like, because I think in Olivine, before I fought Chuck, before I even get to that, here's this. Right, so this is in the midst of me complaining about how, how weak everyone in Team Rocket was. And then it was a critical, I don't know if the crit mattered. I feel like it did. And then there's this, right? Just to throw salt in the wounds. I just lost a Golbat. That was the one I was training up to be a Crobat. Right, and then if you look at the team, I brought my other Zubat in because I don't have a dupe clause on, so I brought my other Zubat in because I'm like, screw it, we'll get another Golbat. Now this thing, watch this, right? So in one thing, I know, so 1 crit, 2 crit in a row. That was a body slam as well, not even a Razor Leaf. Right, Razor Leaf, 3 crit. This is another swap in. 4 crit, and that was a body slam with a paralysis in there. Swap back to Tinny because it was asleep, because I used Spore. Fly up. Dead. So that was 4 crits and like 2 on body slam, by the way. The 2 body slams it used, it got a crit. I think. Maybe it used a 3rd one, but still. That is ridiculous. That was so stupid. Other than that, this fight was nothing. But that Meganium was so lucky in that part there. I'd like swapping, what was that, 4 times on a single Pokemon just because I kept getting crits. Absolutely ridiculous. Also, Parasect, incredibly underrated. Right? Parasect and Machoke. I train them both. I train up, like, so when I was going for the gyms and stuff, I would train up a bunch. Oh, wait, here we go. Ready? Watch this crap. Level 23 Weezing. You cheat the level. Boom. Dead. Like, come on, mate. I'm like almost 10 levels above. If it was a coughing, would it have died? If I had full health, would I have died? Because I wasn't even that far off. Like, I was only like 20 off. Skarmory. The Dratini and the Execute are both post this gym. I just put it in now because I don't put in another thing again, because when I get to Kanto, I don't even really do the whole encounter thing because it's pointless. So the Execute I had been looking for all run. I tried on so many trees. I either couldn't get anything to come out. And the first tree I headbutt coming in just outside Johto Falls, as in Tojo Full, sorry, I get an Execute, and I was stoked. And the Dratini, I just got the gift one, and I didn't catch anything else in Dragon's Den. I wasn't counting gift Pokemon. I was counting gift Pokemon as the encounter, hence why I like it. But my traded Pokemon I was counting is like a trade 1-for-1, so my overall Pokemon count at the end was still the same. So like I got the Abra in Goldenrod and traded it for the Machop, but that's still just one Pokemon because I don't gain one on top of that. Same with the Voltorb that I got, because I thought Voltorb was good, but it's not. You'll hear my rant in that episode. It's like episode 12 or something. Not even. Yeah, maybe 12. Maybe about 12. Yeah. And so then I traded the Krabby for the Voltorb, and that's still one Pokemon. That's still one. Which is good. And this is the Claire fight. This one here I had been talking about this whole time, and I was terrified of it because of Kingdra. Kingdra fucks me up in every game that I play. Like, I struggle with Kingdra so much to the point where I just go for Toxic stalls. And I couldn't find Toxic in this game anywhere, because Toxic the TM is post-game. So I've led with Feraligatr. Alright, of course I get paralyzed. What is that, like a 10% chance I get paralyzed on that one? Alright, but I've led with him just because he's bulky and he has Ice Punch. Probably the worst thing to do because my special sucks. But, whatever, we'll go with it, alright? I got a couple other ones, because I got Dugong in there, which I don't think I listed actually. I think I messed up. So I got Seal in Whirl Islands. I'm very bad at this editing stuff, but we'll fix it in the Emerald one, whatever, alright? So that's the team on the right. I swap out, I predict the Thunderbolt, because I remembered what it things like. I'm trying to look up as little as possible too, so I'm not looking up movesets and stuff. I want to deal with situations as they happen, rather than, because I already give myself the level cap. That's my preparation. I know what the gyms are. That's my preparation. For what happens in there though, I want that to be as whatever. So I was worried if Kingdra had Body Slam or Hyper Beam this whole time through the run whenever I brought it up. Completely forgot about Surf. Left my Pillar Swine in, and dead. I just got the poor guy. I just got Swinub in Ice Path. I was shattered. So I bring out France because I think, screw it, let's put him to sleep. Change my mind, go for Stun Spore. And I've got all the animations off too, so you can't even see it, but it makes the gameplay go that much faster. And so this is Parasect, right? And so Parasect, I've always thought was trash. I always thought it was because it's bugged, and bugs just don't get treated right in the game. They really don't. I compared a level 40 Parasect to a level 40 Machoke. Honestly, DVs would be probably the same, because I was grinding on Goldines and Sea Kings for attack, like the whole time pretty much. And the only stat that Machoke beat Parasect in was speed, and that was by a point. They were both level 40, they both trained up on nothing but Goldines and Sea Kings, except Machoke got more like in-game fights. But even it's DVs, not IVs, so it's all, whatever. Predict. I'm predicting the Ice Beam here, so I'm going to go out to Dugong. Dugong, really good. Anyway, Parasect, put him on your team. Totally worth it. Especially if you just have it there for situations, because it has great, status moves and stuff like that, like utility moves, and its attack and defense is kind of bulky. Attack's not too bad. It gets slash. Like, can't complain. Can't complain about that. Dugong, on the other hand, is a tank, mate. I love Dugong. Never used one on the team before. Never used Parasect in a fight either. This is what I'm really liking about this Nuzlocke, is because it's getting me using Pokemon that I wouldn't normally use, because forcing, much like, not Feraligatr. If we look off to the right, like, I've never used a Skarmory in a team before. I've never gone to the Elite Four with a Graveler. Normally I get rid of it because I can't fully evolve it. I always have this weird thing where I'm like, I go for Pokemon that can evolve, assuming that they're better in the long run, because they have a full evolution. But Skarmory is good. Don't think I really used him, but the Steel typing's fantastic to swap into. It's really good to swap into, so I was pretty stoked about that. And yeah, I think I've got to just be a bit more open-minded, but I'm forced to when I'm trying to build a team around a gym, and it just has the type advantage. And because I'm forced to just catch the first Pokemon I find. And with the duped claws not being a thing, I catch doubles all the time, and sometimes I might just get double trash. That causes me to build new teams, and you know, because I didn't know Dugong was good. I now love Dugong. Dugong's fantastic, and you'll see why in a second. And you'll see another Pokemon in a second, which I also think is fantastic. Yeah, this fight wasn't too bad. It's just that I don't really have anything that's terribly like effective. Also, this is the weirdest moveset I've ever had on a Feraligatr as well. Because what is that? It's Headbutt, Rock Smash, Ice Punch, Surf. Rock Smash is really good. I don't know why people don't use it more often. Rock Smash is fine, especially with high attack and if it's stab. Like Rock, and then with the defense drop, how often it defenses the drops as well. So this Exeggutor, perfect Pokemon. I don't understand. It's bulky, it has a lot of HP, its special is through the roof, and it's fast. And it's fast. Like Exeggutor is nuts, mate. If it wasn't such a pain in the butt to get and to evolve, like having to stick with an Execute, which does suck, until, you know, you can evolve it, I would ban it. Just because of how good it was in this. Because I was running through the Elite Four the same way that I was running through the gyms. So the order, which I've done wrong on the right hand side, because I'm a dick, right? Anyway, that's the order I'm running through with each single fight. So Exeggutor will lead every single fight in these things. And so Will wasn't too bad. I've done it so each of my Pokemon are the highest level of each Elite Four member. So Cielo is 50. That's Dragonite. I think Exeggutor with 47. That is the Houndoom for Karen. But I've got two Pokemon level 42, which is the Graveler and the Skarmory. Both of those level 42 because that's Will's highest level. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to have two level 50s. I'm not going to have a whole team of level 50s. But a whole team of level 42s probably isn't strong enough. So I've gone one with each that I think I will use the most in that fight. But with Exeggutor leading, I went 47 with that one. Because I specifically want Dugong for... Lance. He's a bit of a pain. He's got some good moves, and so this is the thing. I'm using Confusion. All right, I'm using Confusion, not Psybeam. Nowhere near Psychic, but I'm using Confusion. Hypnosis hit again. Hypnosis hit. Right. So this is where I figure out, by the way, that hidden power is Steel. I knew it was Water or Steel. I figure out it's Steel because of this, but yeah, I don't know. Exeggutor is really good. Oh, and this. I traded out my Graveler because I found a shiny. Out of all the ones I could find shiny as well, I found a shiny Graveler. And, yeah. Moveset was worse, except it learned Earthquake, but the other one had Earthquake anyway because it was already that level. And I think its stats were worse too, but it's shiny. And yeah, and then I just roll out to victory. So far we've lost Stantler, Piloswine. We lost a Pidgey at the start, which wasn't too big of a deal. We lost a Golbat, we lost a Fearow. And I think that's it. That's all we've lost in this run so far, which is pretty good. We're at the Elite Four, doing well. This is 2 down. Exeggutor has Confusion and is one-hitting things. That just goes to show how good it is. If you have a chance at one and can get one, even if you don't use Execute, you just wait for a Leaf Stone and then grind it up afterwards. Totally feasible, totally worth it. That's practically what I did because I didn't get Execute until after the 8th gym. But if I could get it, if I could have gotten it earlier, especially gotten a Leaf Stone, because you can get, I got the Leaf Stone before Whitney. I think a level 20 Exeggutor would have munted Whitney's team, 100%, mate. And you get Headbutt before then. I really wish I could have tried that, but I couldn't because I got unlucky. And yeah, same thing with this. Like just Exeggutor just going nuts. I don't know what happened here. Oh, did I save? What happened? Why did that do that? Anyway, I don't know what's going on, but whatever. Fucking hell. This one was a bit scary because I was really liking Exeggutor. And then this happened. Yeah, Sandstorm takes a surprising amount. But I'm assuming that he's going to full restore, swap into Povich, which is Skarmory, as in Skarmory Povich. Go for the fly, freak out because of the rock slide. I don't know why he didn't go for rock slide, because that still hits you when you're in the air, if I remember correctly, and it does like double damage. It would have killed me if he used rock slide and hit, and if it works the way that I think it does, he would have killed me. And so you must be thinking, whoa, you're leading with Exeggutor. What about... Why did I show this? It's stupid. What about the Dark type Elite Four member known as Karen? I honestly thought I'd cut that out, but I don't know anymore, man. My editing skills are subpar. So this just goes to show why I love Exeggutor and how lucky I got in this run. I hit another Hypnosis. I hit another one. Free swap into Muscle. I always struggle with Karen too, because I never have a proper fighting type. Especially this Umbreon, because it's so trolly. It's so like sand attacks, feint attacks, all sorts of attacks. And then this is where I realize that this game doesn't send out Pokemon in relation to what you've put out. Because I was expecting Murkrow, and I was expecting to have to change Pokemon at this point. But no, I'm just going to do the damage dance with Vileplume for a second there. There we go. Yeah, I was also meant to teach Machoke Earthquake, but I didn't because I forgot. But anyway, easy switch in, because apparently Gengar sucks. Ready? Curse. I don't understand. I don't get it. I think he's still got... And then he licks. Like, come on, this little 45 Gengar, he still has Lick. Lick is pointless, always has been pointless. What are you doing? Then out the Murkrow, and then watch this. So, I got lucky here as well, because he Whirlwinds Dugong. Because what's next? What's after Murkrow? Because that's 4 out of 5 Pokemon. What's after Murkrow? It is a Houndoom. I got so lucky. I got so lucky there, and I'll admit it. I'll admit it. And then, yeah, and then just nothing. Like, that Flamethrower does more than I'd like it to, but that's because of Dugong's Ice typing, makes it neutral damage. And I think I would have been... I would have had 1 HP of it if it had crit. Then we get the final member of the Elite Four, leading with Exeggutor, and I hit Hypnosis again. And that's not even it. Like, so Egg Bomb, surprisingly, Exeggutor's attack is quite good. Like, his base attack is 90, and his base special attack is 135 or 125, which is really good. Which is really good for something like this. Still using pretty subpar moves, bar Egg Bomb, but Egg Bomb is a normal type. And then, boom! Hit it again. Hit it again. So lucky, so lucky. There were times in grinding at a certain point where I couldn't even get a Hypnosis to hit in, like, I think red. I think in the previous game, I would grind and try and do utility moves, and then this is practically a sweep. It really is. Like, what is it? Dugong's an Ice type. It's level 50. It's got good stats. It has good stats. It's holding Never Melt Ice, and Ice Beam is a good move, especially against people. Especially against Pokemon that are 4 times weakness to get hit. Aerodactyl very fast, but luckily didn't get hit because I dodged it. He did a miss. He did a missy boy. Charizard, I think, also is faster than me. Yep, surprising. I didn't realize Charizard was so fast with a gut like that. And then we've got the final one, which scared me a little. Not just more on the speed thing, because I feel like anything it used would have killed me, but I outsped it, and that's that. That's the Elite Four done. No deaths in the whole thing. I had pretty strict rules, I felt. Like, I had to swap out of Exeggutor and stuff like that. I wasn't over-leveled, I feel. Like, I was at the top of his thing, except for the 51. Then we make it to Kanto. We make it to Kanto for another adventure. Another 8 badges before we fight the big boy. And... Ooh, farted. And, so, you know, it's there. The level cap's 58, which you would assume would mean that pretty good stuff. Oh. Okay. That's, then, like, what about blue? Surely blue's got to be way better than... Well, you know what? This is why blue isn't the champion anymore. This is why blue sucks. So I gotta need a Reno, but for this next part, I will let the audio do its own thing. I won't talk. This will just be in-game audio. I'm going to not put finale if I do beat this. I'm not going to put finale in the title because I feel like that's a bit of a giveaway that I've finished. Just a tad bit of a giveaway that I finished. So I think the scariest thing on this thing is Iron Tail. But then again, it'll probably go for Charm if it's faster, which is not. I'm still getting, despite being like quitting Qantas and going to another job, which I then quit because of how crap it was. No, so it does lead with the. Alright, am I faster than the Espeon? This is risky. I am faster. That's just a pure level advantage got there. And I don't know how. Easy. I don't know how DVs and stuff work for the opposing Pokemon. Are they perfect IV'd? Man, they're just putting him out in the exact order I want. Alright, well, it didn't affect. That's fine. Toxic. It didn't affect. Oh. So what's that? That's 60 something damage. Or 73. That's 73 damage, which means 146 for crit. I'm going to risk the crit on this because it's our last fight and I want clean swap-ins if possible. Like, I have no reason to... So if I hit the next 2 turns, he's dead. Like, I'm happy to let, like, Nidoking and stuff die. Like, I just want this fight to go, and then I can move on to Emerald and stuff. And oh, that was a low roll. Alright, do it again. Is it a roll per kick? Is it a roll per kick? Like, can you low roll the first one and high roll the second? Can you high roll both? Or is it just... Well, I guess if you high roll both. You know what? He did well. Maybe I will just swap in and try and keep my whole team alive and not be a complete dick about it. So he'll use Surf. So I'm going to swap to Boiled. I call that, and then we'll... I guess we'll just Giga Drain. Like, he'll Blizzard on the second turn, or he'll set up Rain. And then all we've got to worry about after that is that, I was not expecting Whirlpool. Does that trap me in after the thing? Man, Exeggutor was good. Exeggutor was so good. So does this trap me? It doesn't. Alright. So I'm going to Cielo because of Ice Beam, and then I can just Ice Beam the Venusaur. Oh. That's neutral damage. That's a crit. So what was that then? That's... What's half of that? That's 282 down to 119. I might one hit it anyway. I'll definitely be faster than the Charizard. So what's that? 282? 119 take 282. It's more than half. But then half of that is less than 119? Well, what's 119 plus 119? That's 2... I don't know. Oh, he beat... Oh, okay. He outspeeds. This shouldn't kill? Yeah, okay, so my math wasn't off. Oh, that didn't kill either. Alright, so we know he's faster, it's not a speed tie. I didn't give Povich a fucking... Yeah, this run wasn't too hard. So I think I'm fine trying to let everything live. Alright, there's that. Now, I think this fucker only has solar beam, but he might go for the sunny day first. So either or. So I'm going to get off an ice punch. Alright. Which won't do a shit amount because no stab, not physical. There we go. Alright, so we'll swap into Povit because it's 4-time resistant. So this should do nothing. Knew it. Alright, cool. And then we'll just fly out. Whoa, let's fly our way to victory. Steel Wing, by the way, surprisingly strong. Even though he was like a couple levels higher, I trained him from 50 on his own. And that's fucking game, boys. That should be it. Like, I mean, once again, we are just playing the base game. I don't know if I should have handicapped myself more by being... There we go. That's it. That's Pokemon Crystal. I didn't leave in the awesome music for their credits, which is a little upsetting now that I think about it, but you know, we'll deal with all this as time goes on. I know I had to mess with the editing a fair bit. As you can see, this was edited like crap. But yeah, the whole run wasn't too bad. I feel like I did pretty well. Attempt 2, so I can't complain too much. We're going to, I said this in the final episode, we're going to add a couple rules to Emerald, make it a little bit harder. So, and a little bit longer, a little bit harder. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that happened off camera. Like, I didn't catch the Nidorino off camera, but I did evolve it to Nidoking and put it on and blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of stuff that happened off camera. A lot of evolutions happened off camera. I don't have the chance to lose Pokemon as often when I'm grinding, because I just grind carefully. You know, like, Pokemon centers are around the corner and stuff like that. Like, it's never terribly hard. But that was the run. I can't complain about that. I'd say that I'm looking forward to Emerald, but I'm already playing it. I'm already playing it, so I can't be too upset with that. And yeah, if you've got anything to say say it in the comments. I don't care. Say whatever. I hope that you enjoyed this Pokemon Crystal hardcore Nuzlocke with some very random rules. I think I got very lucky in a lot of this, especially with like the Elite Four and Exeggutor and all that stuff. But at the same time, I didn't exactly give myself too little room to fail. And the game's just easy. It is. But yeah, so thanks for watching. And I hope to see you in Pokemon Emerald. So yeah, take it easy.